what I found particularly interesting was the two energies, the masculine and the feminine, that Abhinav spoke about. Because if you are familiar with the teachings of Carl Jung, you'll see that he talks about the anima and the animus.
What's up, YouTube? This is Abhinav Mahajan. First of all, thank you, Sirhud, for letting me come on your channel and expressing myself. And Sirhud just wanted me to throw some light on what actually is an alpha male. First of all, I'm Abhinav Mahajan. I'm more of a fitness guy, an online personal trainer, and I educate people about getting abs, about getting biceps. So you must be wondering, like, what the hell I'm doing on this channel. Here's the thing. I have been someone, and I come from a place where I was a kid. As a kid, I used to be like totally busted, totally depressed kind of a kid, and never had any self-confidence to talk to anyone, and of course, no girls, and then I went on to become one of our successful male models in the fashion industry, and then I transitioned into the fitness industry to actually help people out to reach their goals. Today, we're gonna actually discuss about what actually is an alpha male. Now, the first ever time I got familiar with this word was when I was watching a Discovery Channel, and the narrator, and they were like pack of wolves, and the narrator, it says, okay, so now the alpha will lead the pack to certain place. And I was like so curious. So I saw that there's this wolf. Yeah, he is a bit bigger in size, but that whole pack is following him. Where is he going? And I was like, there's something going on. And then I started reading about it, trying to learn about what actually is an alpha. So alpha basically is, now I'm going to be very overgeneralizing it, but alpha mainly has that energy of a leader. So basically the leaders throughout our history, whether it's the villains like Adolf Hitler, or even if it's like Mahatma Gandhi. So all those people have been actually given the term of an alpha male who lead people, right? Now, before we actually understand what actually alpha is, you need to know that we as men have two energies. One is the masculine, we all know that, right? So masculine is when our balls are on fires and we have like aggression, and we just want to destroy stuff, and we want to fuck everything that's coming our way, and we're just like too on fire. And then there's another energy, a feminine energy. The feminine energy is more soft, it's more yielding, it's more nurturing, it's more sensitive, it's more emotional, right? And in today's society, where there's so much of dysfunction in families, people, they just do not gel well together, or they just do not know how to actually teach their kids about life and how to navigate stuff. There's a big imbalance in between that masculine and the feminine energy. And here's the situation, here's the thing. Now, most of the people, they're misled to believe that alpha energy is something where just too masculine, too aggressive. So that is why they say, okay, if most people, they actually relate that aggression to being an alpha. But that is not alpha. That is a beta frequency. So we all know that we are vibrating at certain frequencies, and that beta frequency is the one which is like aggressive, the balls on fire, destroy everything. And then there's people, that they're men who are theta, who are like too feminine, who are too sensitive or too emotional, right? And the alpha energy is the energy which is in between, which is in balance. So the people, the men, those who appropriately know that when to act aggressively on appropriate times, and know when to act, let's say yielding, when to yield, or when to be calm, composed and grounded. That's that mixture, that balance of both is what we call the alpha male. Now, why having that feminine side is so important? So as I said, like most of the times that alpha is always associated with being a leader of the pack, leader of the society. Here's the thing, an alpha always knows how to balance those energies. So just let's take an example. Let's say you're leading few people, you're leading a group of people. A situation comes where there's an attack on your clan. So let's say you are the leader of the clan, and there's an attack on your clan. So if you are an alpha, you will immediately know when to become aggressive. At that point of time, you know exactly when you need to be aggressive, that you need to destroy everything that comes your way. You need to be in that fight or flight response. You have to activate that sympathetic nervous system and just destroy each and everything that comes your way, right? And then there are situations where, your followers, they are down and out, and they need someone to actually hold them. They need someone to give them that sympathy. They need someone who can actually tell them that they are fine and they are going to be great. And that is where that feminine energy comes to play, which is yielding, right? Which is nurturing, which is more calm, composed. A more relatable example can be King Leonidas from the movie 300. So if you watch that movie really carefully, he's like the perfect example of an alpha male. Why? Because have you seen him? When there was time to be with his wife, did you see like how he just let everything go, how he became vulnerable, and how he actually expressed his emotions? And when there were times when they had to just plan for the fight and the fight was over, and then there was time to mourn or grieve for the soldiers that were dead, the whole army was celebrating and they were like going, oh yeah, we won that. But King Leonidas, he was like calm, composed, thinking about the next strategy. He knew that he has lost his followers, he has lost his soldiers, and that is not right. So you see that. But when he went in the battlefield, nothing would stop him. He was like unstoppable. Whatever came to him, he's like giving orders. He knows how to strike. He knows how to become aggressive. He knows whom to kill and whom not to. He knew each and everything what was going on that battlefield, and he just knew when to activate the sympathetic nervous system, that masculinity, and just kill anything that comes his way. Right? So he is like the perfect example of an alpha male. He knew when to be aggressive appropriately at the appropriate times, and he knew when to yield and become vulnerable when there was a need. And like how he motivated his soldiers when there was time, when they were planning about the thing. He was not like, oh yeah, we need to fight now. No, he was calm, he was composed, because all of that energy that was going through him, that transferred directly into his soldiers. So when his soldiers watch, okay, our king is calm, our king is composed, you know what? How much sense of satisfaction, how much sense of relief, how much sense of confidence that give to their army. Now you will see so many people, those who have a lot of imbalance, and those who try to become those leaders, but they try to do that with that beta energy. And I've tried that. And when people are like, when your friends or your family members are like down and out and they have gone through a trauma, and then you're like, oh, man, dude, you should not give a fuck. You should just go out there and just go and do a workout and just go running. And you know what happens to these kind of leaders? They never become successful because their energy is not grounded. And then there are times when these leaders have to actually stay calm and composed, because otherwise it can be harmful for their whole clan, and they go in the enemy's territory and they destroy everything. They try to destroy everything, but end up being destroyed because they didn't use their brains, they didn't use their smartness, and they didn't yield when they had to. As an alpha, you need to balance both those energies, the male energies and the female energies, that masculinity and the femininity, because there are going to be times when you of course need to be aggressive, when you need to go hard at life, and you need to be in that warrior mode, that whatever comes in your way, you're just going to kill that thing or kill that work. But then there are going to be times when you have to yield, when you have to support your group, when you have to support your peers, when you have to make sure that you can lend a shoulder or you can lend a hand to people to actually trust you. And that makes you more relatable. That makes you a person to look up to. Because no one wants to have a leader who is like always like, okay, no, you cannot be depressed, you cannot be, you're too emotional. No, you need to go and you need to fight in the battle. So because every single day we are fighting the battle, right? And that is very important when you're following your passion. That is very important when you're trying to set up something of your own. This was just my, you can say, the learned philosophy or the experiences that I've had with the term alpha. I just hope that I'm able to put my point as clear as possible. I hope you guys liked the video and have liked my thoughts. If you did, just comment down below. Maybe I'll check sometime and just see if there's anything that I can improve on. And if you just want to see what I have to offer, just come on my channel and just see what I have, and just see if you have something useful for you guys. Sirhud will maybe most probably put the link in the description. So I hope this was helpful. I'm gonna see you soon.
Namaste to everyone. How did you like what Abhinav spoke about? I found it pretty interesting. I'm happy and I want to thank him that he came here and shared his views with all of us. All right. So leave a thanks for him. If you're wondering, by the way, where I am in Bombay, in India. Now, what I intend to do with this particular channel, and especially with getting guys like Abhinav over here to speak about stuff like this, is that I want a healthy debate with men or males basically who are on the path to success, and I want to know what it means to them to be a man, what it means to them to be an alpha, what it means to them to be a leader. Let us know if you have any questions. Both Abhinav and I will be happy to answer. Also tell me if you want any other great guys like Abhinav on my channel. Talking about channels, I have done a video on his channel, I think today. For my Indian viewers, it's going to be in Hindi, so it might be something interesting for you to look at, because it's going to be my first video in Hindi, and I'll be talking about sex and fitness and how they relate to each other. So I don't know if anybody in India is speaking about stuff like that, so I'm happy to get some shoes thrown on me. Sorry for my English viewers, but Abhinav has a lot of great content even in English, so you can check it out. And also let me know how do you find it, as it's going to be my first video in Hindi. Alright, not gonna take too much time now, guys. I have to rush out, get some work done, and yeah, see you.